Hey everybody, just want to do a quick walkthrough. People have been asking me about it on a few different places of how to get custom players on your team. As you can see here, I have a save. It's kind of messed up, but if you go to the statistics, you can see I have a lot of different custom players on the team. So we're just going to go over that really quickly. It's really easy, kind of convoluted, but easy. You need a few different moving parts. But let's go ahead and get to that as we can. So I'm actually going to just do this because it's kind of loud. Okay, cool. So now that we're in here, the first thing we need to do is open up a text file. And the text file is going to be something along the lines of like a Google sheet, like an Excel spreadsheet. There's one already made that has been making its way around the Backyard Baseball community for some time, and this is what it looks like. Basically, this is in view only, so you'll have to make a copy of it yourself. Um, and then I'll link this below. But once you do this, what you do is you have basically everybody that you're looking for ever. So you can see there are all of the like current players that we have, um, and then we are starting to get into after Mikey Thomas all of the custom players. So what comes in handy after this is knowing about that, which is where this list of all of the players that I have edited but other people have made comes into handy. So you can sort sheet from A to Z. You can get all of the players and all of their bonuses. It's a really intense and intensive process that they did over a humongous many years ago. But you can look at all the stats here, stamina. Um, we don't know what intelligence does, but coordination for movement, speed, which is just speed, arm strength, arm accuracy, power, all of that stuff is listed on this document, which I'll also have below. Um, and you can make a copy of it yourself. But basically, what it comes down to, and I'll go ahead and show you how this is, I'm going to make a completely random test team, and I'm going to pick let's say, the junior fishes. And I'm going to pick the absolute worst players in the game. So let's choose Billie Jean, and then Gretchen, Kimmy, Jorge, Reese, Ronnie, Maria Luna, since we're not a pink team, Sally, which just makes Ronnie worse, and then it doesn't really matter. Let's do Billie Jean. That's fine. And one of the Weber twins. So now that we have this team chosen, we need to go into the back files of the Steam engine, which are found pretty easily on Windows. I don't know about Mac, but if you click the Windows button in R, you'll have this button here that pops up and it says run, and you're going to type percentage sign app data and percentage sign, and it will bring up this folder that says roaming. And we'll go back to app data here, open up local low, Mega Cat Studios, Backyard Baseball 1997, and then this long string of numbers, and here we are. These are all of the files that are in the game. Um, so we go to Coach 13. You're going to open the BBL file, and this will open something that looks like this. You can see the coach name is Test Team. Here's a schedule, and then all these rosters down here are the teams that you're going to be playing. Roster 0 is our team. So this row of numbers is based on the team name, the color, the number of wins, the number of losses, and all of the players on the team, and that changes this roster right here. So for instance, if I wanted a roster, and we're going to go to the stats, we're just going to look up, go from Z to A and go to total. You can see Pablo's great, and then Pablo actually has two clones, Jay Green and Leah Wayne. So I'm going to go over here, just going to click as my first batter, Leah Wayne, and then Jay Green, and you can see that the things are starting to change in this right here. Let's do Pablo, and then we're going to go back to the roster, and I want to do Pete and his people. So Pete Wheeler, and then the two copies of Pete are Henri Deschenes and Julie Dunkel. Then let's copy over Keisha and her two people. Keisha, and then her clones are Davy Marion and Francis Bluer. Perfect. And the cool thing about this is now that we've done this, we can actually completely change the defense as well. So um, I don't have it set up on this one, but I do have another copy here, and it will completely change uh, the order that you have. You can even put people in the field that are not the fielders for you. So if I wanted to put like Ernie at first base because he's the tallest and he's the best first baseman in the game, I can do that. But once you have this team, you're going to go ahead and copy this block right there. Go back to here, and actually, you know what I am going to do? I'm going to change my name too because I want to be the Humongous Melonheads, and I want to change my color to pink. Why not? And I have 0 losses. So now that we've changed our name, and you saw previously, I bet if we look it up, we are the Junior Fishes right now. So we're going to go to the roster, we're going to copy this, and then save it in there. And we're going to go home, head on back, and we've got a bunch of weirdos right here, right? Um, we are the Humongous Melonheads, we are pink, we have 3 people, and then a bunch of Tony Del Vecchios. Tony Del Vecchio is a sign that you did this right. And you can go to statistics and see the whole new team. Do not change your team via the strategy button because it will break the game most likely. So if you go, I'm just going to do it for testing purposes, and then I'm going to have to go back. If I open the strategy button, you can see if I try to move anything, the game will break. If I go to meet the players, there are photos that are broken, the game will break and it'll crash the game. So don't do that. But now I can get into a game and you can see I'm batting with Leah Wayne. So um, that's about it. As you can see, it's a really easy thing to do. You takes a little bit of time and some know-how, but it is definitely a thing that people can learn how to do. It's a really fun way to experiment with the game. Again, I will link the stuff below to get to these because I think it's really important that people have this access and this accessibility to the game that we've had for so many years previously, and now that we are on Steam, can do again. But if you found this informative, it would really mean a lot to a small channel like myself if you liked, and you don't have to subscribe, but shared it with somebody who else is playing backyard baseball with you. If you do subscribe, I really do appreciate it. Leaving a comment is always great. I'm happy to answer your questions if you have them. But if not, I am Scion Cannon, aka Kosher Console, and Shalomi homies.